Margaret Blaine, a life coach. And today we're going to be talking about, or going to be talking about, different aspects of bringing your dreams into reality. I'm beginning a series on basic dream building tools that will get you started on identifying and building your dream. Building a dream may be a new skill for you. You may have been taught that you shouldn't dream, that it was impractical and only for people who don't have responsibilities. But I'm here to tell you, dream building can be for everyone. To have a life that you would truly love living, that would have you jumping out of bed every morning feeling, I love my life. As a coach who helps people discover, create their dream, and bring it into reality, I want you to know that there's a pattern, a system, a way of doing things that will bring you the results that you want. We aren't taught it in school or by our parents. They teach us the traditional beliefs of the culture about how things work that come down the generation. We're in the position of people who discovered the invisible laws of electricity. Before their discovery, no one had access to electric light. But once we discovered the laws and learned how to work with them the way they work, the whole world lit up. Now we're in that same position with regard to the invisible laws of success. Only a few people who have built lives that they truly love living have discovered these laws. They're the highly successful people, the ones most people look at and wonder, how did this person ever get there? These invisible laws work just as predictably as electricity by code and are just as practical. Once you learn to work with them the way they work, you can create whatever you want in your life. And there are tools for dream building, just as there are for any other skill. If you wanted to learn carpentry, you would learn some basic tools and you'd build something simple. And then you'd use those tools to build something more complicated until finally you could build anything you wanted. Now, if you live for the next 365 days, you're going to create a life. We don't get a choice. Even if we pull the covers over our head, we're still creating something. In that case, a life with no results. Does your life enliven you or just happen to you? For most people, it just happens to them because they don't know that there are tools that would allow them to build a life they would truly love. So now we come to the first dream building tool, which is to honor your discontent. Every living thing feels the desire to grow, to live a fuller, a freer expression of itself. We have that same desire. When you think about it, you can't even control your own breathing for any length of time. Something, life itself, is breathing you. The discontent that you feel is that life is seeking a fuller expression through you. I'm sure that you've seen a plant forcing its way through a little crack in a cliff. That's how important and how strong that desire to grow is. Do you feel discontented, hemmed in, closed down in one area of life or another? You might be feeling as though you're struggling and you're frustrated. It could be in your vocation, your relationship or lack thereof, your health and well-being, or your time and money freedom. Look at that area of discontent and turn it into a yearning. What idea would be the answer to that discontent? What would you love to have happen? If you could have anything you wanted, ask yourself, what would an expansion of my life look like here? Now, you may have gotten this far before, and then some old training may have locked in. For example, your dream isn't practical. How are you going to get there? Don't censor any idea at this point because it doesn't seem practical or you don't see how it could happen. The how doesn't matter right now. It will come later. No great dream builder knows at this stage how their dream is going to come about. Right now, only the what is important. What you would love to see happen in this area. When you're designing a dream, don't look at the ought-tos or have-tos. Put those aside for now and just ask yourself, what would I truly love to have, to do, to be, to create in my life? And allow yourself to dream as you used to when you were a kid, before growing up shut you down. The first step is in honoring your discontent, never shutting it down. That discontent is like a flowing river. If you shut it down, you've blocked the flow, and that river will go into other highways and byways because it has to keep moving. That discontent is the gateway into a fuller, more satisfying life. When you shut it down and don't honor it, your life flows into less satisfying areas, ones where you have settled. When you allow it to emerge and turn it into a yearning, you've stepped onto a path that will guide you to your life's purpose, your life's work, into happiness. So take a few minutes and write down just a few things that come to mind about what you would love to have happen in your life. And set aside a place where you can come back to it. This is the beginning of designing a dream. And it may be fuzzy, not clear at the beginning. Usually people are far clearer on what they don't want more than what they do want. As you go back over to it over and over, continuing to ask the question, what would I truly love? It'll become clearer and clearer. Next week, we're going to discuss how to know if this dream is worthy of your time and energy. So if you've liked this video, I'd love for you to share it on social media. It helps so much to get the message out there. Just tap the share button under this video to share it with your friends and people who might like it. And I'll see you next week.